45 round with a scrap clip, go upside his head like a table. Nigga finna end up dead by some paper. Stars at the top of the roof. When you Robbie BSB, or gon' choose. I'm trading that nigga tryna watch my movie. 556, knock him right out the shoes. Whole gang with me and they throwing signs. Whole lot of shots make them go inside. They don't want no problems, they gon' go in. Bitch made niggas, they don't never slide. They ain't kicking flavor, I'm kicking flavor. New exclusive shit and all my pants tailored. I'm my biggest hater, still a motivator. They can count me out, but I'm still greater. I'm on 45 round with a scrap clip, go upside his head like a table. Nigga finna end up dead by some paper. Yeah, put some monkey nuts on the air. We hear them talking, but don't know who they are. I swing a big body like a race. I can tell her ass real just from the craters. I beat that pussy like Ali the Great. Yo, her do a back bend like the major. Ain't fuck with no broke bitches, that's a grade. I'm my biggest fan, usually a hater. I'm my biggest fan, usually a hater. They can count me out, but I'm still great. They ain't kicking flavor, I'm kicking flavor. New exclusive shit and all my pants tailored. I'm my biggest hater, still a motivator. They can count me out, but I'm still greater. I'm on 45 round with a scrap clip, go upside his head like a table. Nigga finna end up dead by some paper.
What's up with it, man? It's another episode of Keep It Side 21 podcast, episode 110. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, you know what I'm saying? With a little bit of we can really go into sports talk today, you know what I'm saying? Anything. We're gonna talk about free agency. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of different things with on the free agency. We're gonna talk about all the different teams and what they did, if they did make good pickups. A lot of teams did a lot of different things you wouldn't think that happened, you know what I'm saying? Big ups to most of the teams that did kind of rebuild their team and helped out, you know what I'm saying? First and most, we're gonna talk about my boys, my Eagles, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about my Eagles, man. We did pick up Rashad Penny, you know what I'm saying? I think that is good, you know what I'm saying? We kind of let Miles Sanders go away. If Rashad Penny stays healthy, bro, I feel like he is a good pickup for us as far as his running back. We still have our three-headed monster, you know what I'm saying, with Gainwell and Boston Scott, because we did resign Boston Scott. You know what I'm saying? We did sign him for that year. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna make $2 million this year. You know what I'm saying? Rashad Penny, we only signed him for a year, so it basically is like a test run, if anything. You know what I'm saying? Resigning him. Um, we did resign Kelsey. Kelsey's coming back for another year. He's gonna make about 14. You know what I'm saying, this year. We signed Brandon Graham. Brandon Graham, we signed him for another year. You know what I'm saying? I think after this, he's going to retire. He probably just going to try to, see if we can break a bust this year. So I see more than him just sticking with us and just trying to, resigning and seeing if we can make it another leap and going back and making another Super Bowl run. Um, Jason Bradbury, we signed him. He got 3 mil, 44 million. You know what I'm saying? I think that is good that we did resign him. You know what I'm saying? We still got the first round draft picks, which I think one of the draft picks we should use for a young corner so they can kind of, because I'm hearing with Slay, you know what I'm saying, we didn't really just cut Slay, we just let him go to kind of restructure his deal to kind of we're gonna resign him. Even if we don't resign Slay back, I still think with one of them draft picks that we do go get a corner. You know what I'm saying? We did lose a lot of people, to different teams, but bigs up to them. You got big contracts going with these other teams. These other teams were meant to pay y'all, you know what I'm saying? Hargrave going to the 49ers, if anything, making a big pickup with that. But shit, we kept what we need to. We still got CJ. CJ still, under. We trying to see what we can do with CJ. I don't understand. I think that CJ still at the table and still trying to figure out between us and the Bengals. That's what he's saying right now. The Bengals is outbidding us right now, but I think if CJ want to make another good run, I think he'll take that money with us. But I think we're going to end up pulling CJ from the Bengals. But if we don't, we do have to go figure out where we're going to get the safety from, because we do have to replace our back end, because we're going to need somebody in the back end because Epps is gone too. So we don't really have nobody in the back end. Blankenship, yeah, I know he's good, but what I'm saying, as far as just starting, I feel he's a good role player, but as far as just being in the back by himself, nah. But I think that, we need to figure out who we need to go and get and see if what other pieces that we can pick up, you know what I'm saying? Because I think there is more safeties out there that we could probably grab and probably help out in the back end, but we'll see, you know what I'm saying? But I hope we do keep CJ Gardner, you know what I'm saying? Because shit, he was good for us, you know what I'm saying? Um Jalen Hurts, what I'm saying, they saying that everything's good on his end, you know what I'm saying, as far as, re-signing Jalen Hurts. So I think we are going to end up re-signing Jalen Hurts. I don't think it's going to be any conflict, as far as, how with the Lamar Jackson contract, which we'll get on to that later on. But I don't think there's too many friction with that, you know what I'm saying? But in other news, we'll talk about the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? The Cowboys, this free agency, they did. They did some big, something big that I didn't think that Jared would do. But as far as helping at his back end, I think that does help out tremendous. But they did sign Tony Pollard back, but they only gave him the franchise tag for this year. But I feel like he's going. They did release Zeke, so shit. I mean, I think he's gonna be the future back now. You know what I'm saying? Just I feel like now, you put all your don't run him like you did Zeke. You know what I'm saying? But give him some leeway, man. But I feel like Tony Pollard is gonna be a lot better than Zeke, bro. He's gonna probably put up better numbers than Zeke. He's more elusive than Zeke anyway when he came in. They re-signed Leighton Vander Ridge, the 2 years, 11 mil. I feel like that's good. He's good. As far as in run defense, bro. But I think y'all need a solid piece in the middle to be able to go in there. But I think y'all need somebody else there that y'all need to go find and try to help. As far as the veteran, what I'm saying, to lead that middle. They did get Stephon Gilmore. I think that's a big pickup for them. You know what I'm saying? I think that does help out in the back end. I think now they do solidify their back end as far as, throwing on the Cowboys. You got to pick your poison now. You know what I'm saying? You can go at Diggs, yeah, but I feel like, it's gonna be more on Diggs to be now. They're gonna challenge him more because I don't think a lot of people will go at Stephon Diggs. And it's kind of hard to see who's gonna be number one. But I just feel like in me, I'm Stephon Gilmore is my number one. But I don't know what you thinking about paying Diggs because I know that Diggs is up on his contract, and I think that they need to figure out what they're gonna do with him. But I heard that too. You know what I'm saying, his brother do want to come play with them. And I think that'll be a good pickup for Cowboys, man. I think that'll help out Dak tremendously, bro. If they go get Stephon Diggs, bro, and put in and solidify him in that offense. You know what I'm saying? They re-signed Jonathan Wilson, 3 years, 24 million. I think that's a good pickup too. Them signing Wilson. He's good in their back end. He did play really good last year. You know what I'm saying? Then with adding Stephon Gilmore with their back end, bro, I just feel like their defense is gonna be a lot stronger than what it was last year. Now they actually got corners and safeties. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like shit. Dallas might make a run, bro, but it's all be on Dak Prescott. You know what I'm saying? What can Dak Prescott do? Is Dak Prescott going to be, the same old Dak, Dak Prescott that we've been seeing? Or he going to, turn it up? You know what I'm saying? But I think they need to solidify and go get him another receiver. You know what I'm saying? As far as Adam Thielen to be a good pickup for the Cowboys if they think about another receiver just to help out with Diggs. Because I think, Adam Thielen, he was number one before Diggs did get there. And then, he ended up, kind of falling back because, Jefferson's there. But with the Cowboys, man, I think that the sky's the limit, especially for their defense. Their defense did get stronger, bro. I get that, A+ to really trying to stick up y'all and fix up y'all defense, bro, and get Stephon Gilmore. The Giants, bro. The Giants, signed Daniel Jones to a 4 year, 100 mil deal, which I don't, that's crazy to me. I don't feel like he's worth that, but whatever. It teaches on. You know what I'm saying? They feel like he's worth that, then that's what they gonna give him. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like he's worth that. What you giving him that? You know what I'm saying? Saquon Barkley, they signed him to a franchise tag. uh, I think they need to figure out to signing him, bro, because if he does stay healthy, bro, Saquon Barkley is a good ass back, but it's all about his health. They signed Matt Breida, so I know that why they re-signed him because they want to make sure just to have if he do fall off, Saquon Barkley does get hurt, they do have a decent back in the backfield to try to make keep on making a decent run. Uh, man, receiver Sterling Shepard, they only signed him for a year. I guess they just trying to see if he gonna stay healthy and try to help and produce for them. But if he does stay healthy, Sterling Shepard is a good receiver. You know what I'm saying? As far as making plays and just getting open, bro, he's a good route runner and everything. They did trade for Darren Waller for a third round pick. I think that's a good pickup too. I just feel like with him, bro, just isolating that's gonna help. That's another weapon for Daniel Jones, and I think they really did. They really went into this and they looked at it like what I'm saying. Shit, we gotta figure out. What I'm saying, what can we do to help out Daniel Jones? And I feel like that's one thing they did. You know what I'm saying, going to get Daniel Waller. Um, what's this Raheem Nunez Roach. They signed him. That's a D lineman that they needed help with. You know what I'm saying? I think he was doing pretty good for them last year just to keep a decent person that's already been. Gerard Davis. He used to play for the Detroit Lions. He was a linebacker. I think that's good too, just to help out you move because he does fly around and he makes plays. Linebacker Bobby I can't think of his Okra, but they signed him for 4 years, 40 million. He used to play for the Colts. They actually signed him in free agency, and I think that he's basically a help. You know what I'm saying, especially with that edge because he can come off the edge too. As far as do he can play in the middle, but I think more of him is off of the edge. You know what I'm saying, especially with that young rookie, they can do something big with that defense, bro. And I think it goes back to when they was winning the championship. They had good edge rushers to get to the quarterback. You know what I'm saying, and they were doing good. And they did re-sign their punter 2 years for 1 million. Um, but shit. Washington Commanders, they signed. They're expected to sign Brissett, but I've been seeing a lot too that we want to kind of resign him and put him in the back behind Jalen Hurts. But that they're saying that the Commanders are expected to sign him. They signed a tackle, Andrew Wiley, 3 years, 24 million. You know what I'm saying? They signed an offensive lineman, another offensive lineman, Nick Gates, 3 years, 16 million. They resigned they D tackle Darren Payne, 4 years, 90 million. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's good too because if they're all four healthy on their front four, they're gonna be deadly. They signed a DN for a year, 3 mil. A long snapper they signed for a year, and then they signed David Mayo for a year. I think they gave him a year extension, so he's already been on the team. Cameron Dantzler from the Vikings, they signed him in free agency. I think that can help them in the back end. They signed another corner for 2 years, Danny Johnson, which I haven't really seen too much on him, but I think they just need to ensure they back end. They trying to help in their back end. NFC North. Got the Bears on here. Travis Hunter, 2-year deal at running back for the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears have made a lot of different moves. You know what I'm saying during this whole free agency too. The fullback they signed every fullback. They extended a fullback. They got DJ Moore from a trade. You know what I'm saying for the number one pick. So you know what I'm saying. I think that's big for him. I think DJ Moore just needs more attention, bro. I mean, his numbers don't really speak too much, but I think he's a very, very good receiver, bro. I just think he just got to be in the right system to make the plays that he needs to do. But him staying healthy too, that has a lot to do with that too. If he stays healthy, he'll be a dominant player. It's on the guard Nathan Davis, 3 years, 3 million. Um, Demarcus Walker, 3 years deal. They gave him a DM for the Bears. You know what I'm saying? Maybe to ensure their pass rush. Linebacker Trayman Eames, 4 years, 22 million, which I think that it can help out with they linebackers too with losing with adding uh with the losing Smith. Raekwon Smith, losing with Raekwon Smith, I think Trayvon Eames is a good player to pick up too. And then they took our dude, you know what I'm saying? We had let go TJ Edwards. I think that's a good pickup too. Them picking up TJ Edwards, 3 mil, they paid him 19, you know what I'm saying? Which I think we could have paid him that too. But I think us moving forward, I think that we were just ready for the Cody Dean to kind of show his face and do what he got to do. You know what I'm saying? It's his time to kind of, show and peak. You know what I'm saying? With Jordan Davis getting more playing time, and then they signed a long snapper for a year. Uh, Lions, they signed David Montgomery, 3 years, 8 million. Um, the running back, they signed the running back, signed a D lineman. They signed two D linemen. You know what I'm saying? They signed a linebacker. They signed a DB Will Harris for a year, 2 million. Packers, they only person that the Packers did sign is Keyshawn Nix. You know what I'm saying? That punt returner, he's actually really good. I think he's good on defense too. I think he's one of their starters on defense too. They lost Aaron Rodgers, you know what I'm saying? I think Aaron Rodgers over there, the Jets, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get on more with the Jets when we get there, but I think the Jets are gonna be very good. The Vikings, they signed Nick Mullins to be a backup, 2 years, 4 million. Tight end Josh Oliver, 3 years, 21 million. He's gonna get 10 of that guaranteed for him. They signed the center. Um, and then they signed the DN Marcus Davenport from the Saints. They signed him for a year, 13 million. Cornerback Brian Murphy from the Cardinals. They signed him 2 years, 22 million. Long snapper, they signed a long snapper and they signed a kicker. You know what I'm saying? So that's with the Vikings. That's who they all signed during this whole free agency. Then we're gonna get on the NFC South. The Falcons, they signed Tyler Hickley. He probably gonna be the backup. He might be the starter. He might be the backup. They signed a fullback. They signed tight end. They traded for the tight end from the Patriots, Johnny Smith. They traded for him. They signed the offensive tackle. They signed the offensive guard. They signed the defensive end. They signed a defensive lineman, linebacker, and they signed Jesse Bates. You know what I'm saying, from the Bengals. He was in free agency. They signed him 4 years, 64 million. Um, and they signed a punter, 3 years, 8 million. You know what I'm saying? So they signed him. I think that would be pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I think that'll help out the Falcons. You know what I'm saying? They really kind of got better. You we kind of see what they're gonna do in the draft. But I think the quarterback issue with them and kind of helping out their defense. Jesse Bates should help out their defense tremendously. The Panthers signed Andy Dalton, 2 years, 11 million. But I think he's gonna play backup anyway because I think because of them getting the first round pick, they're gonna either get Stroud or get Bryce Young. So they're gonna get a quarterback. So he's probably gonna play backup. Tight end Hayden Hurst, 3 years, 21 million. Which Hayden Hurst has always been a good player. Signed the center. They re-signed a center, 3 years, 18 million. Bradley Boseman. D lineman. They signed a D lineman and they signed a Von Bell from the Saints. Used to play for the Saints. They signed him, so they kind of got better on defense, which I think they with Horn. You know what I'm saying? If he's gonna be a big pickup with them. You know what I'm saying? Chin in the back end, so I think they got stronger too as far as the whole team. You know what I'm saying? And they get a good quarterback, bro. I feel like they can disguise the limit for them. You know what I'm saying? So the Saints. The Saints got Derek Carr, 4 years, 150 million, 60 of that's gonna be guaranteed for him. You know what I'm saying? They re-signed Jameis Witness for a year. He gonna play backup. They re-signed Michael Thomas for a year, 10 million. Tight end Jawan Johnson, they signed him for 2 years. Who else is there? The DN, they signed a DN, they signed a D tackle, and they signed another a D lineman, and they signed a DB. They spent a lot of money. They spent kind of money with that. It's been 12, 6, 14, and 15, and 9 with all five of them players. So they spent a pretty penny on what they were trying to do. So we'll see with the Saints. If Michael Thomas stay healthy, bro, I feel like there'd be a big, Derek Carr could come in and just play a role like he did. You know what I'm saying, and still use Tayshawn Hill like y'all been using them. You know what I'm saying, don't do nothing different with it. I feel like y'all be good. You know what I'm saying, because we'll have to see because out of that division, the best quarterback right now is Derek Carr in that division. You know what I'm saying, if we is looking and talking about that division. You know what I'm saying. Um, the Buccaneers, everybody knows they signed Baker Mayfield for a year, 8 million. So he ain't really making shit, but we gonna see. You know what I'm saying, Max? He gonna take the reign to see if he can make some things happen. But I don't know. I don't have confidence in Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is trash to me. You know what I'm saying? But he might, what I'm saying, do some things. But I don't think he gonna do like Tom Brady, come in and win the whole damn Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Um, they signed Levon Davis. They re-signed him for a year. So I guess we'll see with him. They probably will hold on for this year. Probably let him go next year. Jamal Dean, they signed him for a 4 year deal. I didn't really get too much on what they gave him, but that's good too. They reinsured their back end. They really didn't lose nothing in their back end. So we'll see how the Buccaneers will come out of that, bro, because they've been playing shitty the last couple of years. NFC West. Who is this? NFC West. This will be goddamn. Hold on. NFC West. 49ers. Oh, the Cardinals. Cardinals, they signed Corey Clement, a 4 year deal. They signed a lineman, Kevin Bitcham, 2 years, 5 million. He gonna get 3 million guaranteed with that. They signed an offensive guard, Willie Hernandez, 2 years, 9 million. They signed Kazir White, 2 years, a 2 year deal. You know what I'm saying? They got him from the Eagles, so they re-signed him. That helped out with because I think what's that boy named Simmons? Isaiah, he's doing this thing too. So I think that can reassure him in the middle, bro. So that's a big pickup for him too. They re-signed Matt Pratt, they kicker, 2 years, 75 million. The Rams, only thing Rams did in this whole free agency, bro, is just sign tight end Hunter Long. They got him from that trade with Jalen Ramsey. The whole Jalen Ramsey trade, which I think that's something big too. What's up with my boy? I think that Jalen Ramsey trade was something big too. You know what I'm saying? I think I think Miami's trying to do what they got to do to try to win the championship. Just Tua got to stay healthy, but we'll get on to them when we get there. We almost there to them. The 49ers, they signed Sam Darnold. a year deal, which I think our boy gonna start next year. The dude that they spent all the money and kind of got him out of the draft. I think that they're gonna start him next year. They signed the center 4 years, 20 million. They signed our D tackle because we left Javon Hargrave. We let him go. They signed him 4 years, 84 million. He gonna get 40 of that guaranteed. D lineman Kevin Givens, 1 year extension. Safety Tyshawn Gibson. They re-signed him for a year, 2 million, 2.9 million. Long snapper. They re-signed him 3 years, 1.5 million. Um, but I think the 49ers, they got better on the defense. I mean, using Hargrave, I think that's gonna help out their defense a lot too. Trust me, that was hard for us, but I think we had some young players that were ready to try to peek their nose out and do their own thing as far as having Jordan Davis and Milton Williams. Milton Williams, we have both of them, and I feel like they're ready to kind of show their face and do what they got to do on the D lineman. And then we kept Brandon Graham, so Brandon Graham kind of still and kind of mold them and get them better to how they and get them to the next level and have that same kind of factor that we do because I think with this defense corner that we do have now, I feel like he blitzes a lot, so it's going to open up a lot of different things to not just worrying about our front four, which I feel like our front four is still going to be stronger than what it was last year. But I feel like we will make the next moves on defense. I just think we just need to keep the key pieces and we'll be straight. Seahawks. They signed Geno Smith. They re-signed Geno Smith 3 years, 75 million. He's gonna get about 105 of that if without with all together with the incentives and everything through that. They signed a D lineman, Draymond Jones, 3 years, 51 million. He's gonna get 35 million guaranteed. Well, 35 million through the next 2 years. He'll get that through that and then the rest will be through the incentives. The D lineman Gerard Reed, 2 years, 10 million. I think that they ensure their defense. He's a good player with them. He's been playing. I think he got drafted by them. So I think they try to help out their defense, but they need to. I think they gotta do some more on their defense as far as getting cornerback safeties. You know what I'm saying? I think their D line was still good. Their linebackers was all right. The offense is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? They ain't really had to do too much. I think we'll kind of get them a running back that does stay healthy and kind of help them with the run game with Geno Smith. You got Metcalf and Lockett. They've been doing what they have to do. It just I think their defense has been the problem. You know what I'm saying? It just them losing leads or not holding up. You know what I'm saying? The AFC East, we got the Bills. The Bills re-signed one of their wide receivers, returners. Dion was it D was it Dion Hardy, 2 years, 13 mil. They signed offensive guard Connor McGovern, 3 years, 23 million. A linebacker. They signed another linebacker. They signed Jordan. They re-signed Jordan Poyer 2 year. They got him a 2 year deal. I'm not really too specific on what he really got through that or what he got, but he got that. They re-signed a punter, 75 million. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, y'all. 75 million. They re-signed a punter. The Dolphins, they re-signed Michael White, which I think they just trying to have them a decent backup just in case Tua doesn't stay healthy. I think he is going to be a decent backup for him. They re-signed Raheem Mostert, 2 years, 5.6 million, 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So I think Raheem Most them signing him is definitely a big quick up too because just like them on the outside, them niggas be moving too. Hey, Raheem Mostert from fast too, nigga. So I think they need to reinsure their offense and what the hell? Reinsure they offense to keep Rasheed Mostert. They signed Jeff Wilson, which I think he was a backup last year. 2 years, 11 mil. They re-signed him, and then everybody knows that they got Jalen Ramsey, which I think that's big with the helping with Xavier Howard. I think just how Dallas did with Stephon Gilmore. I think that's the same thing. Miami, the whole thing they was looking at and trying to what they was doing. You know what I'm saying? So, that's a big pick. And they picked up the safety from he was a rookie. He actually got drafted by Baltimore. Deshaun Elliott. He played for Texas. You know what I'm saying? Um, they got him, and I think that's gonna definitely reinsure they motherfucking back end. What's up, man? Hey, man, what's up, man? Man, my bad, bro. We'll talk about it later. What happened? But yeah, yeah, yeah. What's up with you, boy? What's up with you? What's up with you, man? Hey, man, I've been still putting out what I gotta do, man. Good to see you back. Uh, what's the Rashawn was there. So we go to the Patriots. The Patriots signed Juju, which I don't think I don't know what Juju gonna really do for that offense. They resigned. They signed the offensive lineman, they signed another offensive tackle, and they signed another offensive tackle. So I think they were trying to help out their offensive line and try to beef up their offensive line the way that they could. Um, I feel like the Patriots trying to do whatever they can to try to make it to how they was, but they got the Patriot way. They re-signed Johnson Jones for 2 years, 20 million. They re-signed Jabril Peppers 2 years, 9 million. Um, and I think he's just gonna be just an all around player, playing everything, special teams or whatever he's doing. He's gonna be doing damn near everything. You know what I'm saying? Jets, everybody knows that they on their way to get Aaron Rodgers, bro. So the Jets they doing big things. They picked up Aaron Rodgers. They got Ellen Razard 4 years, 44 million. They resigned one of their linebackers, Quincy Williams, 3 years, 18 million. Safety Chuck Taylor. They got him through a trade through the Baltimore. They got him. I think that's gonna be helping in their back end because I like Sauce Gardner. Sauce Gardner is one of my favorite young players right now, especially on the D backs. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm rooting for him because that dude is cold. You know what I'm saying? He lives up to it, and they're beefing up around that young team because I feel like with Chuck Taylor, he's more with a veteran, bro. He's gonna bring that veteran presence in and kind of help with that team. You know what I'm saying? They signed kicker Greg Zerline, for a year. So, I think the Jets gonna be one of them teams that y'all gonna have to reckon with, especially with Aaron Rodgers going over there, man. I just think with that young team, man, it's gonna the sky's the limit. That dude from Ohio State, was it Grant Wilson? What's the boy name from Ohio State? Yeah, he's doing big things out there. AFC North, Baltimore, everybody, the whole thing with Lamar. Lamar got franchise tag, or they still trying to work on the deal, whatever the hell they trying to do. They got a cornerback, Trey Mullins, for a year. I don't know. They got to figure out something, man. They got to build around Lamar, help him out, put in different things. I don't know what they're gonna do. They're gonna have to figure it out. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? The Bengals, the only thing they did is resign their linebacker 3 years, 21 million. Uh the Browns, they signed the center 3 years, 18 million. I don't know how to say that boy name. They signed a D tackle 4 years, 57 million. Thompson, I seen him play for the Jets for a long time. Signed a DN. They signed another DN, which I heard I can't really say his name. It's African. 3 years, 19 million. I don't know, just the Browns, bro. We gonna see, man. Deshaun got his whole thing, got a whole year up on the man. He's sitting back, he can realize and see what he missed and kind of learn from what he did coming in. You know what I'm saying? I think that this sky's the limit with them too. Um, the Browns, they can click a switch. We don't see them do it with a sorry team. If you actually put a team around him, man, I think he can actually do some big things. The Steelers, they signed an offensive guard, signed a linebacker, and everybody knows they signed Patrick Peterson in 2 years, 14 million. Steelers, I don't know, man. We'll figure out what they are when the season get here. You can't really speak on, but I think they'll have a winning season. You know what I'm saying? With Mike Tomlin, they always gonna figure out to win something. You know what I'm saying? Be the mix or something. I don't think they're gonna have a losing season or nothing like that unless it just everything just don't fall his way. Um, the AFC South, the Texans. This is the Texans. They signed quarterback Case Keenum 2 years, 6 million, which I think Case Keenum's probably gonna be a backup. Case Keenum is not gonna start. I think they're gonna either get Bryce Young. It's gonna be at the Bryce Youngs or the CJ Stroud, however that falls, in whatever hand that falls with Carolina or whoever that falls with. I feel like that's how they signed. I think Cowboys had let go of Noah Brown, so the Texans had picked up the Noah Brown for a year. Robert Woods is signed with them for 2 years, 15 million. You're gonna get 10 of that guaranteed. They signed a tight end. They signed an offensive guard. They got an offensive guard out of trade. Uh, they re-signed a center, defensive end, defensive lineman. They got two defensive linemen, Sheldon Rankins and Hashan Redwood. Both of them signed for a year. They picked up two safeties. Jimmy Ward signed with them, I guess, because the 49 let him go. Um, the Colts signed a receiver. They signed a DN. They signed two DNs. Iqbal Samson, what's it? Samson Iqbal, 3 years, 27 million. 11 of that's guaranteed. They signed a kicker and they signed another linebacker. Jacksonville, they signed a backup quarterback. Was it CT Bedhurst, 2 years, 4 million. Uh, Tight end Evan Ingram, he got a franchise tag. You know what I'm saying? They signed him. D lineman, and they signed a safety, which I think Jacksonville's another upcoming team as far as it being a young team ready to, just ready, just really showing us that they can really keep and compete with the big teams, bro. Not really just worried about that. They got a good coach, man, and I feel like Trevor Lawrence has proved all the doubters wrong, man. He's been doing this thing, man, and they keep on, I guess, putting around him, and then adding Ridley with that offense, bro. I think they're gonna really do damage, bro, and it's gonna really be hard to be really keep up with them as far as putting up numbers, bro. I think they're gonna put up better numbers. I think Trevor's gonna put up a lot more better numbers than he put up last year with Calvin Ridley. The Titans, they signed our offensive tackle that we drafted, Andre Dillard, 3 years, 29 million. Signed an offensive guard. They signed a defensive lineman, Arthur Keys, 3 years, 21 million. Signed linebacker was it Arthur Shazam or however you say his name. He came for the 49ers, man. They signed him. They signed the long snapper, the long snifter. We'll see because it's a lot of different trades saying about with the trades happening with Derrick Henry. We'll see if they're gonna keep on the Derrick Henry. They saying that they might trade Derrick Henry. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? But I was thinking, we get Derrick Henry. That'd be crazy. But we'll see. They saying that he might go to the Bills or whatever. But we'll see. Tennessee's still young and still trying to figure out themselves. You know what I'm saying? The AFC West, Brown, the Broncos. They signed quarterback Jared Stinson, 2 years, 10 million. You're gonna get five of that guaranteed. Uh Shamaje Piron, 2 years, 75 million. Signed a fullback Michael Burton, 1 year deal, tight end. Signed an offensive guard, they signed an O lineman, 5 years, 85 million, 50 more guarantee. I think it's Michael Golovin. I don't know how to say that name. D line Zach Allen, they signed him 3 years, 45 million. You're gonna get 32 of that guaranteed. Uh, they signed linebacker Alex Singletary, 3 years, 18 million. You're gonna get down to that guaranteed. Uh, the Chiefs. The Chiefs signed offensive lineman Jawan Taylor, 4 years, 80 million. You're gonna get 60 million guaranteed. Defensive lineman Charles Amhani, 2 years, 20 mil. Defensive end Deshaun Wanting. He signed him for a year, but they signed that. But I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people saying that a lot of people calling his phone and trying to see if who's gonna get him, and try to go play with Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see D Hop down there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I would like to see Odell, whoever they want to go down there to Kansas City. I feel like he's gonna get a big name receiver out of all the different things that he's been putting up and doing. The Raiders, they picked up Jimmy Garoppolo, which I think it's okay transition from what they had with Derek Carr. They gave him 3 years, 22 million. You know what I'm saying? With the sentence and everything, you'll get about 24 mil. Running back, he's trying to running back. They re-signed they re-signed Josh Jacobs. They didn't really re-sign him. They gave him a franchise tag. Hey, Adam Thielen too, bro. That's my bad too. I forgot about Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen too. Whoever team pick up Adam Thielen is a good pickup for anybody. Receiver, Jacoby Myers, 3 years, 35 million. He's from the Patriots. They signed an O lineman, a linebacker, a corner, and they signed our cornerback. They signed not our cornerback, not our cornerback. Our safety Michael Epps that played for us last year. They signed him. The Raiders signed him 2 years, 12 million. He gonna get 80 of that guaranteed. The Chargers, they didn't really do too much. They re-signed their backup quarterback, signed the offensive lineman, and then they signed linebacker Eric Kendricks, 2 years, 13 million. You know what I'm saying? They didn't really do too much. You know what I'm saying? But that's basically everybody, man. Um, all these teams, man, they're making these damn moves, man. I was surprised too with Dallas, bro. I didn't think Dallas was gonna make the moves that they made. I think they need to still try to solidify on them on offense, bro. And I feel like getting Stephon Diggs, bro, would be a big, big, big help for Dallas. And I feel like that's what Jerry, if we really thinking about it, I think Jerry should need to try to spend that money and do what he got to do. You know what I'm saying? You freed up all this money, especially letting go of Zeke. You know what I'm saying? So it's time to kind of show. You know what I'm saying? You can't really do it your way. You have to see it now that everybody's showing you that you can't really do it your way. You got to do it, the way that it has to come out. You have to go spend some money, Jared. You know what I'm saying? I'm still okay with us, bro. I just hope that I just hope we figure out, what I'm saying, what we gonna do, I'm saying, as far as with CJ. I think we should keep CJ. CJ is a big part of our defense. Losing him would be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Right now I can't really look for him losing him right now, man. I think that we need to kind of keep him. You know what I'm saying? The way we can. You know what I'm saying? We already freed up any type of ways. People is restructuring their deals, man. So hopefully we'll kind of pick up where we left off because I just think Jalen's going. He ain't finished yet. And if you know what like I know, you know what I'm saying, Jalen ain't finished. You know what I'm saying? But if you is on here like, comment, and share, please. You know what I'm saying? It's the only way I can get in the algorithm and move around and people see this shit, you know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, just the biggest thing from this free agency was, saying the Stephon Gilmore thing. Cowboys getting him was kind of big. That was just big, man. I just feel like, that's just a statement right there to try to show that y'all do anything to try to build up y'all defense. I mean, the last time y'all had a defense like that, or really just anything, Dan Quinn having something like that was the Legion of Boom. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Dallas is trying to build the defense like that, especially with Dan Quinn. I feel like Dan Quinn need to take over as the head coach anyway. You know what I'm saying? I like him as a head coach, but I think the whole thing everybody always think about back to that Super Bowl, him losing to Brady. You know what I'm saying? I think they always hold that against him or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, it just I think next year, bro, is gonna be very good. You know what I'm saying? Just I want to see how this draft is gonna fall out. I want to see how many people, what people gonna really, what teams are really trying to look for and what they're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see how these young quarterbacks come in and they can compete with these other quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Just there's a lot of question mark with them. So because Anthony Richardson for Florida, he's pretty good. He ain't getting too much buzz around his name and everything, but I just think keep a watch out for him. You know what I'm saying? For a team picking him up because he look like he's a young hunt, but the numbers speak for him. You know what I'm saying? He's pretty big. He got a big arm. He can run. You know what I'm saying? So, I was thinking maybe the Colts would look good with him. But just looking with Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud, it's gonna be very exciting to see them play next year. You know what I'm saying? Some of these young receivers coming out, some of these young cornerbacks. Joy Porter's son is gonna be exciting to see next year to see how he plays. You know what I'm saying? Um, 'Cause I mean how his dad played. His dad was a very very good player. You know what I'm saying? A linebacker, man. So we'll see how he handles the whole NFL, which I think he would. I think he's already ready because his father is. You know what I'm saying? So, um, but in other news, you know what I'm saying, the Lakers they doing their thing without LeBron. You know what I'm saying. So hopefully they keep it up when this nigga do come back because I kind of want to see the Lakers win another one, man. Let LeBron win him another one, man, before he gonna go. You know what I'm saying. And I do kind of want to see him play with his son. You know what I'm saying. If it does come down to it, you know what I'm saying. But I think it will. You know what I'm saying. They'll make it way anyway they try to make it. But yeah, man. I'm on here. Uh, damn, James, you still on here? I'm gonna ask your ass still on here. Invite your ass on here. But yeah, man. Because I seen it too. That's why I was gonna speak on too. I speak that too with the Jets. I had jumped on it anyway. I was seeing that he had a lot of people that he wanted to bring to the Jets. I was seeing Randall Cobb. I was seeing Odell. I was seeing Odell. I was seeing they already got Lazard. You know what I'm saying? As one of the people that he wanted. It was another place he eat. He said, "I'm eating. Well, y'all ass eating." Uh, But yeah, it was another place he was trying to bring too. It was another receiver he was trying to bring. But yeah, having them type of people, if you can bring Odell to that, but I think they already got it, with Elijah Moore, Grant Wilson, from Ohio State. I think with the rookie, I think that they got decent enough. They got enough team. They got enough to where they can do their own goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they do. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of bringing these other people in, but I feel like Aaron Rodgers is kind of doing a lot, kind of bringing in all these other motherfuckers and shit. But we'll see how he do. You know what I'm saying? I hope what you doing, nigga, is gonna fall into what they fall in with the game too. But the Jets, bro, y'all, I think y'all need to watch out for the Jets next year. I'm gonna just be 100. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to tell no lie, nothing like that. I think the Jets is gonna be a big motherfucking a big. It's gonna be a big transition to what they was last year, bro. I think with him, bro, I think him putting up numbers and their defense was already good. Them niggas is really, I think they average 25 years old on the team. So I think they're young. You know what I'm saying? And shit, they got a while together. As long as they can keep these niggas together, bro, the sky's the limit for them. You know what I'm saying? Who else is there? You know, Patty gonna do what he got to do. But I think they need to go get him another number one. Tony would be good for him as far as making plays and shit. But I just think he need to solidify like a true number one, like a Devontae Adams nigga. But I don't. You ain't getting no Devontae Adams. But I'm just saying a nigga like that. You know what I'm saying? Who else is there? Baker Mayfield is gonna be ass next year with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If they gonna be at the bottom of the barrel, they gonna lose every fucking game, bro. I'm just being 100. I ain't telling you no lie. I'm just being trying to tell you what I think. You know what I'm saying? But us, I think it's gonna be a battle. NFC East is gonna be a big battle. You know what I'm saying? I think that all teams have got better through the offseason. I mean through the free agency and the offseason, then we'll see how the draft goes. But I think the NFC East is gonna be a tough division to get out. And we have one of the tough divisions next year. I mean toughest schedule next year. You know what I'm saying? So we got one of the goddamn toughest schedules next year. So shit, it's gonna be crazy next year, bro. So I'm kind of nervous and feeling for myself like, damn, bro, we do got the toughest schedule next year. We got to make some shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, yeah, we got to play all these big teams that that made some moves, and these are playoff teams. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no easy shit like we had last year, bro. So next year's gonna be a lot harder. So we'll see how this shit go. But yeah, man, we'll see. If you don't hear, like, comment, and share. Uh, what's another thing? I feel fucked up about that too. When Lamar not getting his motherfucking his goddamn them niggas not really giving this money, bro. They giving this money to Daniel Jones like Daniel Jones is better than motherfucking Lamar Jackson, bro. Just being 100. Daniel Jones I just think he lucked up, bro. I think that he's like an Eli. Like he gonna do bad and then end up luck up win the Super Bowl type shit. You know what I'm saying? But he's not that damn good. You know what I'm saying? To where you give him that type of money, and then y'all not giving that money to Lamar. Which I understand y'all scared to play Lamar because of the way that he plays. But I mean, shit. I don't know, man. I just feel like when you give a nigga that money, you'll find ways to try to be safe. You know what I'm saying? Like with Jalen, bro. Jalen, he'll protect his body, but I think Lamar deserves what he probably what he's asking for, but I just feel like with Deshaun Watson getting that contract, bro, he fucked up for a lot of motherfucking players, bro. Just being 100, bro. Him getting that motherfucking contract fucked it up for everybody, bro. Just being 100, bro. Everybody gonna want that type of close of money. Like this nigga didn't play a couple years, nigga, and this nigga got this much. Nigga, I've been playing, this couple years, nigga, and I've been the MVP and all that shit and the talks and everything. Shit, I'm gonna want that money too. So it's a lot. And I think a lot with that too, him representing himself, I feel like that has a lot to do with that shit too. I don't think it's just the minor, just with everything else, but I just think him representing himself. You gonna try to get what you want. You know what I'm saying out of that. You know what I'm saying. If they gonna try to lowball you, then you just what it is. But I don't know. Hopefully he does stay. You know what I'm saying. Hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully they figure it out. But them franchise tag him is kind of like a slap in the face because the nigga can just hold out on your ass. I don't think he can. Nah, I'm lying, nigga. Don't say that. Don't believe what I'm saying. But I think Lamar is worth with the money he probably is asking for, but they just need to give that shit to him. Just plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? They gotta you gotta like shit, it's fucked up, bro. Like I'll look at that shit too, like damn, this nigga Danny Jones got this money, nigga, and these niggas won't even try to give me no money. You know what I'm saying? Geno Smith getting his money, like damn, I can't get no money, nigga. Like Geno Smith, I'm congrats to him, bro. He made a comeback story. He doing his damn thing, but I'm like, damn, nigga, like, fuck, nigga, I want my money too, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, nigga, I know these niggas ass, bro. Like, nigga, I have more to offer, nigga. But if y'all put some more pieces around me, nigga, I could probably do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Jones didn't really had no pieces around him, but I see that's what I'm saying too. Cause the nigga only threw like 15 touchdown passes. Like nigga, you gonna give a nigga that type of money, then nigga only throw 15 goddamn touchdowns. Nah, nigga, I need a nigga throwing 40, 50, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like I need you in that goddamn range, nigga. I don't need you down there. You know what I'm saying? Throwing that little much, nigga, that and we give you this type of money? Hell nah, nigga, you ain't worth that shit. Just being 100. I don't know why the fuck they gave that nigga that money. That shit crazy as fuck. Nigga, I just feel like that shit, man, hell nah. Hell nah, nigga. That nigga is not worth that goddamn money, bro. Fuck no. But yeah, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all too much, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to throw another show in, but I got a lot going on this side. Yeah, but I'm trying not to let that shit eat me up. But shit, I'm probably try to go Thursday, Friday. I'm not. Don't hold me to it, nigga. But I'm gonna try to pop in and do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? So, nigga, if y'all fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we do come back tomorrow because I do got to talk about some shit, some videos and shit I got. I want to actually show. Hopefully, these hoes play on this bitch. But y'all niggas be easy.